What is up, everyone? MunchingOrange here, and welcome back to Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee. Last episode, we made it here to Cinnabar Island, where, of course, the 7th gym awaits us, but we actually can't take this gym on yet because the door is locked. There's a message written in smart letters on the door, though. Quiz time. Where's the key that'll let you into the gym? Hint, the answer can be found somewhere in a building that is overgrown with greenery. And of course, there's only one building that fits that description here on Cinnabar, and that is the abandoned Pokemon Mansion. So today we're going to be taking this place on, but not before a little bit of a recap, because if we take a look at our party, you may notice some changes. And that's because I did a little bit of trading to the north of Cinnabar Island. Of course, we took on this route in the last episode, but I skipped over most of the trainers, so I went back and took them down for experience, of course. But I was struggling a little bit and decided, Dratini, it's about time we give you that good old water stone. There's basically no reason to keep you a Staryu anymore, so here we go. What? Dratini's evolving? It's not like we totally just triggered that, but it's about time we did, as it goes into the sky and becomes the glowing orb of light we're so familiar with now. And out comes an actual star for once. Or actually, it's two now, as we've got Starmie. Finally got it memorized, I think, that Starmie's the purple one, I hope. The center section is named the core. People think it is communicating when it glows in 7 colors? Why 7, I wonder? Maybe that's why it's the mysterious Pokemon. Now, at the end of last episode, I also left you guys with a question, and that is whether you'd like to see Nagini the Dratini on the team or the big bad Aerodactyl. And after tallying up all the comments, it seems like more people actually voted for Aerodactyl, and that is awesome because this was actually my original plan all along, and Dratini was kind of just added in because it's Dratini, the only dragon in this game, and of course I'm trying to complete the Pokedex. But Aerodactyl will be our official team member, so of course we gotta give him a nickname to seal the deal. And I'm going with another throwback for this nickname. You guys know I love my 90s pop culture references, and this time we've got Petrie from The Land Before Time, which was one of my favorite childhood movies. I honestly don't remember barely anything about it, but here we've got Petrie officially on the team. I went ahead and taught him Fly as well, and we already have Rock Slide. Not the best nature, but this is going to be our newest team member, the Pterodactyl Pokemon. Oh my, I didn't know you could actually fly on Aerodactyl. Holy crap, he's so big. Look at that jaw too. Whoa. Okay, I have no regrets now about picking up Petrie the Aerodactyl because this is amazing. Can we actually fly over the water too? Oh, okay, I guess not yet. We haven't tried surfing on Lapras either, but not gonna lie, as cool as this looks, it is a little bit distracting because, you know, Aerodactyl's too dang big for Cinnabar apparently, so let's now head inside of the Pokemon Mansion and get to today's episode. Or I guess the main part of the episode, as in here, Aerodactyl, of course, can't fly around, but we do already see Coughing and even Wheezing, which is definitely a Pokemon we haven't run into just yet. And I think it's actually the final version exclusive that we're going to run into here. Oh, I really thought we were going to battle Pokemon. Man, after playing that one episode of Temtem, I'm already thrown off. Like, why aren't we in a Pokemon battle right now? And then I forgot we're playing Let's Go, where the catching mechanics are completely different. And some would say a little bit more BS. I'm not going to say the real word because, you know, PG channel out here. Or at least mostly PG, but it really is kind of annoying sometimes catching Pokemon in this game. But at least this time, Wheezing is going to stay in the Ultra Ball, and that is that. I'm never going to forget the failed Shinies, all of those Chanseys that ran away from me, and other annoying Pokemon that have run away from us in this game. It's just feels so unfair sometimes because you don't have much control over, aside from the way you throw the Pokeball, I guess. But Wheezing lives and grows by absorbing poison, gas, dust, and germs that exist inside garbage. Not too different from our friend Frank, who of course is on our team. And like I said, this is actually the final version exclusives, I believe, in these games. So if you're playing Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu, you're going to find Grimer in here instead. But of course, you can also trade or do the Alolan Muck trade. How did we actually get a Grimer? I just realized. I think I traded it over from Pokemon Go, actually, so technically I cheated to get mine. Normally, you'd have to trade with someone that has Let's Go Pikachu version, but of course, I'll have a special episode later on where we do all the trades, because actually, I haven't found my copy of Let's Go Pikachu in a while, so I might have to play through that game all over again. But in hot places, Coughing's internal gasings could expand and explode without any warning. Be very careful, and I definitely remember this, especially in Pokemon Ruby and Sapphire. There was that one mountain that led you to Lava Ridge Town. I forgot what it was called, like the Hot Tunnel, or it's definitely not the Hot Tunnel, but it was something tunnel, and there was a ton of Coughings in there, and I think most of them would have explode. Yeah, pretty annoying times there. But Pokemon Mansion is kind of similar to Silph Co in that, well, it's kind of like a maze, but there's also wild Pokemon in here, which made it really annoying, at least back in Fire Red and Leaf Green, where every couple of steps you'd be running into Coughings and Wheezings. This time around, though, at least, you know, Pokemon only pop up every once in a while, like Mr. Coughing here, who's actually a tiny variant. Oh, I guess no Pokemon can follow you inside here, because I just set Dasani as our Pokemon following us outside the Pokeball, but nothing popped up. So anyway, as I was saying, Silph Co, or I guess the Pokemon Mansion, is kind of similar to Silph Co in that it's a little complicated to get around here, so I'm gonna, whoa, run right into a Chansey apparently, and you know what? Could always use the experience, so Ultra Ball away! And we gain a couple levels there, as well as Nagini learning Dragon Tail, but finally we have a nice Chansey that decides to stay tucked in its Pokeball. I actually can't believe that happened, but we did push that switch there, so I think now we can access this room down here and grab this Pokeball real quick, which is just a Max Elixir. So yeah, I'm going to try to, like Silph Co, skip over most of the optional items, but I'm definitely going to show you guys where all the main stuff is. So for now, I'm going to flip this switch back up because it gets a little bit confusing if you start flipping too many switches. So let's just pretend I never touched that switch right there, and we're going to head on up to the second floor. And I'm still on the lookout for that one Pokemon. It hasn't popped up just yet, but I've got high hopes for it eventually. Just Coughings for now, though, but this is definitely better than Fire Red and Leaf Green, like I was saying, where getting through this area and so many more would be so annoying, because like every 2 steps you'd have a different Coughing popping up. And like this dude just said, this place is one big puzzle. Y'all know how much I love me some puzzles, and especially ones with burglars involved. But here's Arnie and his Rapidash. What is up with the burglar character, though? Like, is that supposed to be a stubble around his mouth? I don't even know how to describe it. It just looks weird, but I guess it's supposed to be like he's growing a bit of a stubble, which I've definitely been struggling with lately. If you guys have been checking out my Instagram's stories, which I've been posting a lot more of recently, and I'm hoping to continue doing that because I've actually been having a lot of fun doing it. But everyone is always pointing me out or calling me out whenever I try to grow a mustache. I don't mind the negative ones, obviously. Like, I've been over it for years now, receiving kind of like trolly comments and stuff like that, especially about my appearance. That kind of stuff really doesn't bother me, but it is just so funny though, the types of things that people will come up with, especially about my stash. Like, it looks like it's drawn on, or whenever I shave, people say I start looking 16 again, which, I mean, that's a little bit too young, I would say. I would give myself at least 18, I hope, but I don't know, man. It is kind of funny, though, the difference that facial hair can make. So I'm always kind of conflicted on whether or not I should just let it grow out a little bit, because it does make me look more my age, but at the same time, it's not quite there to being a full, real beard. And it's not even there to being like the 5 o'clock shadow or like stubble like the burglar Arnie there just had. But over here, not only do we have a large Coughing, but also a diary for July 5th. The day after the 4th of July. Man, they must have been getting turned, and then apparently discovered a new Pokemon deep in the jungle. What were they doing in the jungle on July 4th is the question. They probably weren't American scientists, so I don't know why the holiday matters, but we got a Max Revive over here, and I actually thought this would be a different item, so I guess I got confused, but Rattata, get out my way, boy. I got stuff to find. Not down here. We can see this gate down here is blocked off, and every time you flip one of those switches, basically the gates that are locked will unlock, and the ones that are unlocked will lock. But right now, for some reason, I'm not finding where the switch is. Oh, it was all the way at the beginning. How could I forget? So this is the door we came up from, or sorry, the stairs that we came up. So let's flip the switch, and now everything should be reversed. And hey, there's Magmar, actually. Almost missed him, but this is the Pokemon I was talking about a little bit earlier. And now that I'm looking at him in battle, it's kind of weird, because Magmar does kind of have that duck face, and that's kind of what I thought that the Burglar was going for, too. Because Burglars do love them some Magmars. Like, the trainer class of Burglars, I feel like always have Magmars. Not in this game yet, but I'm sure we'll fight another Burglar soon enough with one. And then we'll be able to prove whether or not, you know, they're matching with their duck faces. Holy moly, this dude is not about it, though, and wow! He runs away that quickly? Okay. Next Magmar we run into, I've definitely got to try and use a berry, because I've been letting too many Pokemon slide out of my grasp recently. And down here we've got an escape rope, which is probably what that Magmar used to get out of our battle. Oh, hey, another one just popped up just like that. Guess I spoke too soon. Could be the same one, actually. He's like, nah, I wasn't trying to escape, fam. Let's battle again. I'll prove to you that you still can't catch me. But hopefully we actually do catch him, because, oh, okay. I was going to be pretty mad if we didn't, but there we go. Magmar is done. And that was actually our first throw as well, so we get a little bonus experience. And of course, this is the first one for the Pokedex, the Fire Duck, who's actually the Spitfire Pokemon, born in an active volcano. His body is always cloaked in flames, so it looks like a big ball of fire. A big flaming duck, more like. I mean, I don't know if Magmar is supposed to be based on a duck, but just with that little pointed mouth or whatever, it makes it look like it has a beak. And actually here we have a tiny variant, which we might as well catch. Okay, I think this guy does not want to be caught right now, and yep, there he goes. Another Boober runs away. I think that's actually Magmar's Japanese name. I'm gonna have to pull it up to confirm, but this proves I have the humor of a 12-year-old when I find the Japanese nicknames of Pokemon that funny. Or, well, it's not a nickname, it's actually its Japanese name, but looks like we've got another diary down here for July 10th. 5 days later, we christened the newly discovered Pokemon Mew. Ah. Last episode, we were in the Pokemon lab, and we learned that Dr. Fuji actually used to work there as well, doing some Pokemon research, and I always feel like there's going to be something in the trash, but oh my gosh, look at all these Pokemon, and Magmar's just running like crazy. Okay, I don't know what's going on in there. It looks like a Pokemon party in that room, but I am not having it, so let's just go over here and flip the switch one more time. This will reset it back to the default, of course, because we actually want to make our way to the 3rd floor, but not those stairs right there. We actually want to go all the way around, and over here where we've got a coach trainer. Oh dear, I thought you were a burglar, but you're a kid trainer. Well, do you want to have some fun with a coach? Okay, Pokemon battle it is. The way she called me a kid trainer, though, sounded weird, like she's training kids, or I don't know. Pokemon trainer kid person is about to take you down, coach, and prove that kid trainers are actually the best trainers at the end of the day. In every single Pokemon game, somehow the champion is always a kid. And this lady's starting off with Graveler. Unfortunately, we missed a Hydro Pump, but I'm sure we won't miss it twice. And this time, Dasani gets to show the real power of the sun. Or water. That's Sunny D, not Dasani. Is it like the same company? I feel like Coca-Cola owns everything at this point. Like almost every soft drink is going to be owned by Coca-Cola eventually. So Sunny D's probably owned by Coca-Cola. I know they own one of the water bottles, but I can't remember if it's Dasani. I think it probably is. Alright, Dasani, just go for the next Hydro Pump. Stop making me overthink things. And Dodrio, or Dugtrio actually, should go down pretty easy there. Coach Trainer not giving us too much trouble so far. I'm just wondering what she's going to give us, actually, because some Coach Trainers give TMs, some give out items, Pokeballs. I don't know, actually. What's the rarest thing we've gotten from a Coach Trainer? I guess some of them give candy sometimes, too. I don't really end up using the candy most of the time, but it's definitely a good reward, as Poliwrath is her final Pokemon, and if we can tank out this Rock Slide, we should be good. Dasani, ever since evolving into Starmie, can definitely take a lot more hits. And you may have noticed I also have Thunderbolt there, so I could have been using that, but of course Psychic gets that boost now that we're Water and Psychic type. I think Star U was just pure Water, but now that we're nice and purple, we got that Psychic type in us, so Psychic, the move itself, will do more damage, of course. Anyway, that was actually it for Rita, who is apparently surprised. But so is every other trainer in this game when we beat him. Battling with you is so much fun. Here's a present. A rock slide. Guess I should have seen that one coming, considering all her Pokemon were using that, but it's just kind of weird, I guess, to find in the Pokemon Mansion. Or with the choice of Pokemon she had, it was like all ground types, and then Poliwrath. I guess they can all use Rock Slide, though, which is the important thing. And over here, somebody's been ransacking this whole house. Like, why are there even burglars here at this point? It looks like this place has been run through several times by several different groups of burglars, but somehow we're still finding all of these items in here, including TM21 for foul play. Dude, these burglars must not be very good at burglaring. I was gonna say their job, but is burglaring even a job or a word? Whoa, Magmar, calm down there, dude. Could flip the switch there. Actually, we're gonna have to flip the switch because this is a dead end. And I'm thinking now that maybe we weren't supposed to go this far into the mansion. Or actually, nah, we're good. We gotta go down this ladder, but we might as well take on this scientist first. My mentor once lived here. What? Mr. Fuji? Oh yeah, I was talking about the lore and Mr. Fuji and everything, because we have been finding these diaries kind of spread throughout the mansion, and I think there's some more of them in the basement, which is the area we're heading to next. But something I didn't know before basically yesterday's episode, or not yesterday, but you know, the last one, was Mr. Fuji used to be a scientist for the Pokemon lab as well, and probably he was the one that actually first discovered Mew, and because Mew was kind of like the origin of all Pokemon, I feel like he started realizing that all of their experiments and stuff were kind of evil, or perhaps not super ethical to Pokemon, you know? I don't know why I didn't swap out earlier, but Dasani definitely can't handle the Magneton. And neither can Cinder, as the Thunderbolt almost takes us down. But Cinder, you a beast, you got this. And Flamethrower is going to be faster, of course, so yeah, Magneton not going to stand a chance there. Good job, Cinder. I know that was close. I didn't mean to put you into that situation, but at least we came out on top, right? And oh, we're even going to gain a level. But yeah, Mr. Fuji, obviously he saw the dark side of all of the Pokemon experiments and stuff, and I'm sure when they started getting into Mewtwo as well, which I really hope that someday we get to see the story of Mewtwo Strikes Back in a Pokemon game, because we kind of hear hints about it, but you never actually get to see Mewtwo go through the experiments of Team Rocket or the other Pokemon researchers and stuff. And actually they're remaking that movie soon. I think it's only coming out in Japan for now, but hopefully we get it, you know, in the States as well, because it looks insane, and I definitely want to make a video talking about that, hopefully later on this week. But yeah, the whole story of the origin of Mew and Mewtwo and everything is just so interesting, and we do actually get to figure out most of it right here in the Pokemon Mansion, but I'd love it for them to do like an actual, you know, game story, like a DLC that you can just download, hopefully for free as an add-on to this game, which would basically be the story of Mewtwo Strikes Back, but actually in the Let's Go graphics and everything. Basically what I'm asking for is fully embrace Ash Gray, because I'm sure most of you remember Pokemon Ash Gray, of course, and they had the whole Mewtwo Strikes Back story, and I knew there'd be a hidden item here. Looks like we got a smart candy, because we're so smart for figuring that one out. Not so smart for running into this Ace trainer, though, but low-key I did want to battle him. I'm trying to take out all the trainers in here, of course, as we train up for the next gym, Blaine's gym, which we're probably going to be taking on next episode. But this dude here has got Kingler. Not the best matchup for Dasani, but we do have Thunderbolt. Actually, I think I might need to hit a recover real quick first. I never use this move, and I've had it for so long, but it's actually really useful. We also have the TM for Roost, and now Petrie and Cinder can both learn that, so I definitely got to start making use of our healing attacks and not always rely on only potions, you know. But Kingler did some hefty damage with whatever attack, but our Thunderbolt is even stronger. Not gonna stand a chance. Looks like I was the king of the water Pokemon today, even though you had king in your name. I guess Dasani could be like the queen, but there's no gender. It's just a starfish. Wait, do real life starfishes have no gender either? Is that why Starmie, Staryu don't have one? Because I don't even know how new starfishes are created. I just thought about that, man. Like, They're definitely not like regular animals. Is it like amoeba where they split off parts of themselves and suddenly that becomes kind of like an offspring? I don't know. I'm thinking too much about this again. Biology has always interested me though as well. I think I mentioned how physics was my favorite science class back in school, but biology was definitely a close second, especially because of Pokemon actually. I've always been interested in like animal documentaries or maybe even potentially working in that someday, but honestly, I'm too scared of animals. Like if someone threw me out in the Sahara and I had to go film lions or something, I'd be terrified, dude. It would be really cool. Like I'd eventually try to get over that fear and learn it. But I don't know, as of right now, that sounds terrifying, but it is something I feel like I've always wanted to do, so maybe one day when I'm old and tired of all the YouTubing, I'll retire and become an animal documentary person for Netflix or whatever is around then. Oh no, I stayed in on an Electrode. That was not a good idea, and now Dasani's gonna pay for it, but wow, toughened it out. Wait a second, all of our Pokemon can actually do that. I thought it was only Darwin, or like, you know, our partner Pokemon, so Pikachu if you're playing that, but apparently all of our Pokemon love us so much that they're just tanking out the hits, and whoa, Electrode, that was a little bit close for comfort, my dude. Frank the Tank took on that Electrode no problem, and now we're taking on our own Muck, which is kind of crazy. We got the Alolan versus the regular version here, and it looks like in the Battle of Colors, oh no, he's actually got Moonblast! Oh wait, that's neutral. I thought that was going to be 4 times super effective, because of course, Fairy is super effective on Dark, but it's not very effective on Poison, so I guess it balanced out. But the Crunch definitely does a number on the enemy Muck there, and Frank comes out on top, somehow cracking another pair of glasses. These scientists, man, you guys need to consider getting some stronger material on those if you're going to be doing all these intense Pokemon battles and stuff. But here we've got a Firestone, which is kind of weird because all of these trees look like they're burned. I don't know if that has to do with the Firestone per se, but what's going on here around the corner? Oh gosh, no, I didn't mean to go in this teleporter. Wait, all the way outside, really? Oh, I just wanted to talk to this very not creepy little kid in the corner here. What's going on? Do you know? If you step on that panel, you can go back to the entrance. Wow. I actually thought that he might be a ghost or something, but it actually is just a kid telling us what the teleporter does, which we already found out the hard way. So let's go into the basement this time around, and, well, there's a Magmar waiting for us down here. I'm just gonna slide right through, and oh, another diary. September 1st, Mewtwo is far too powerful. We have failed to curb its vicious tendencies. Wow. How did it go from July 10th to like September 1st already? That's like a whole 2 months of experiments that we just missed out on. Apparently one of them involving the TM for Sludge Bomb, and whoa, coughing. That was a little close, man. We're going to push this switch though, and hopefully avoid the coughing, as if we exit this way, oh, there's another burglar. You know what? I'm trying to take him on, just so we can see that glorious stubble once again. Or is it a duck face? I still don't know, but Burglar Lewis is out here, and he's got 4 Pokemon actually, starting with Coughing. I really thought this man was about to have 5 Coughings, but at least he switched it up for the last one and brought out Wheezing instead. But is that really any better? I don't think so. At least he's down now. Oh, what happened to his glasses? Like, how does crying change the shape of the glasses themselves? That just... cartoons, am I right? Anyway, we flipped the switch, so now we can go up here, and we've got one final scientist, or at least I hope this is the last one. This place is ideal for a lab. Look at all this space. Yeah, we got some beds over there too, which hopefully can heal us up as well, because that last burglar did a number on Dasani, and this dude's gonna have Electabuzz. I couldn't resist myself. That thing is just too funny. That's Electabuzz cry in the anime, by the way. I'm not just making random babbling noises. Shout out to the people that got that without me explaining it, by the way. But not gonna do too well here because Psychic didn't finish it off in one hit. I didn't really expect it to. I just kind of got lazy there. But, you know, hopefully that bed can heal us up, because I don't know if there's any more trainers here, actually. I was thinking this might be the final scientist, and it might just be, but there's only one way to find out. So Frank Hit him with the crunch. And... alright, we're good. I don't think we've actually ever run into Electabuzz in the wild yet, because they're in the power plant. And even though we went by the power plant a couple of episodes ago, actually to get Nagini, we didn't go inside, so haven't had a chance to get Electabuzz yet. And I thought that this might be happening, but at level 30, Nagini is going to be evolving. We could have actually found its evolution, Dragonair, back at the power plant as well, but we just found the little one, so we're getting it now, and that's all that matters, as the majestic Dratini has evolved. And now we've got Dragonair. I love the design of this Pokemon. It's just so majestic and fluid, like a giant, well, dragon snake. According to a witness, its body was surrounded by a strange aura that gave it a mystical look. And that's actually the best way to describe it, is just mystical. Like, look at Dragonair. It's so mystical. I really need to work on my synonyms or something, but there's a bed. Let's take a rest. Yeah, sure, just take a little nap in the creepy old abandoned mansion full of burglars and creepy old scientists. No problem at all. I thought I just saw Eevee's tail wagging, by the way. Oh yeah, it is wagging, because there's something in this drawer. Another smart candy. We're so smart finding all these hidden items today. And coughing, you're a little bit thick, man, taking up too much of the hallway there, but we're still able to slide by, thankfully. So we can grab the true candy, the rarest of candy. Oh my gosh. Okay, I might be overreacting a little bit, but looks like we've got a dead end there, so I'm gonna get back over to this switch and hopefully avoid all of the wild Pokemon. Really? Gotta interact with it from the front? Okay. At least that Raticate ran away, because I did not want to get into it. Just for another one to pop up. Man, there sure are a lot of Pokemon here. I guess it makes sense, because every couple of steps you'd be finding wild Pokemon back in the day, when it wasn't, you know, Pokemon in the overworld. But what is going on here? A large container made of thick glass. It looks as if something has been beaten on it over and over from the inside. Wow, this is actually where they experimented on Mew, and I guess created Mewtwo. I mean, I don't know why there's two pods and then one in the middle, because you'd think it would just be two, right? One for Mew and then one for Mewtwo. But I don't actually know exactly how the experiments worked. I just remembered, though, that Ditto, I think, is like, when the experiment failed, it would create Dittos, and that's why they're pink as well, just like Mew. And that reminds me that I'm pretty sure we can actually find Ditto here in the Pokemon Mansion. But the secret key, at last, what we came all the way into the mansion for, and we found it. Is that actually it, though? Okay, I guess there's a whole bunch of other containers. What were they actually doing down here, though? Because I remember in the Pokemon Mewtwo Strikes Back movie, they had clones of, like, all of the starter Pokemon, or at least, like, the final evolutions, and honestly, I don't remember exactly everything from the movie, so I'm definitely going to have to rewatch it before the CGI remake comes out so I can refresh my mind. Because even looking at all of the stuff here in the Pokemon Mansion right now, it's causing me to ask more questions than answers right now. Let's flip the switch one more time and skedaddle on out of here, because there's one more area that I think we didn't go to down here. Or did we already come down here? Oh, no, we didn't. So there's definitely one last item. Is it worth it, though? A max potion. I'm going to say worth. Oh, there's actually a hidden item right in front of us right now. I don't know how I didn't notice Eevee's tail at first, but another candy. One of these scientists must have had a sweet tooth. Ooh, there it is. I was hoping a little Ditto would pop up before we left this place, and indeed it has, proving my little theory, which, I mean, I already kind of knew was true, but I mostly wanted to confirm if Ditto was actually found here in the Pokemon Mansion as well, because we did catch one way earlier in the playthrough, but I forgot when. Either way, you can find him here as well, so let's see if we can... Nope! Not gonna catch it, huh? I'm just gonna throw a berry because I don't want to risk this anymore. And even though we have a Ditto already, I don't know why, but seeing that stupid little face makes me want to catch another one. So away we go. And there we go. We've caught ourselves a Ditto. I mostly wanted to see its Pokedex entry too. Maybe it mentions something about how it was a failed experiment clone thing. And wait, we actually haven't caught one yet. Never mind. When it spots an enemy, its body transfigures into an almost perfect copy of its opponent. Oh. Well, I was hoping for a little bit more lore than that. We already knew that about Ditto, of course, as it is the transformation Pokemon. And yes, guys, I cheated, okay? I used the lure to up my chances of finding Ditto. I'm sorry. Gosh. These performance-enhancing lures. I can't resist them. But now that everything is said and done here in the mansion, let's skedaddle and back onto Cinnabar Island. Whoa, wait a second. You can ride on Starmie too? What? This is so cool. Listen to those sound effects too. It's like water slashing or slushing, splashing around. You know what I'm trying to say. This is so awesome. I never knew you could actually ride on Starmie, and this is probably one of the funniest looking riding animations ever. But now that we've got the secret key, we can open up the gym. The leader is Blaine, the hot-headed quiz master, but we're going to be taking him on in the next episode. So that is going to do it for today. Thank you all so much for watching, and stay tuned because we're almost done with this playthrough now, and the grind don't stop until we do. So see you guys next time.